Okay, so you know that feeling, right? Like when you skip the gym and you get like this little pang of guilt, or your fitness tracker's like, hey, you haven't quite hit your steps for the day. It's almost like we're all carrying around this scorecard, right? For how fit we're supposed to be.
Right, absolutely.
But what if?
Yeah.
What if that whole picture, like the way we view fitness is kind of
a bit limited?
Yeah, limited, incomplete. What if feeling really good, like truly vital, energetic in your body wasn't all about
treadmills and
treadmills and like those structured workouts?
Yeah, I think that's such a great place to start because it really highlights how we've sort of come to define well-being in a very specific way. It's like we've boxed it into, you got to go to the gym.
You got to go to the gym.
You got to do this, that.
Yep. You got to have the right outfit, the right shoes, the right tracker.
Oh, yeah, the gear. All the gear.
It's a whole thing. Here's something wild to think about, okay? Many of the people who live the longest, healthiest lives,
right,
like those amazing centenarians we hear about, they rarely, if ever, see the inside of a gym. Like,
it's true.
Just let that sink in for a second.
It's amazing.
So what we want to really dig into today is this whole idea of gym-centric fitness, right? Like, is that really the only way?
Right. Yeah.
And we've been looking at some really interesting stuff, like observations from cultures where people live a really long time. And it kind of suggests that there might be like a more natural, a more sustainable.
Yeah, a more organic.
Yeah, organic way to feel strong and like truly healthy.
Exactly. And it's not to say that gyms are bad or anything.
Right.
But it's looking at this other side of it, this other way.
This other way of moving, of being. And it really ties into this idea that maybe our bodies weren't designed for like these kind of like bursts of intense exercise and then sitting all day, you know?
Yeah, that's a key point. Like maybe our bodies are actually built for something different.
Something different than what
we're doing
now. Right. Okay, so let's talk about this whole like fitness lie thing.
Right.
It's this story we're told over and over that to be truly fit, you need the gym membership, the special program.
The fancy gear.
Oh, yeah. All the gear. And you got to track every
step.
Every calorie.
Everything. It's like, if you're not doing all that, are you even trying?
Yeah, you're not serious about it, right?
Right. But then you look back, like way back at human history, you see a totally different picture.
Oh, yeah. I mean, think about it.
Yeah.
For most of human history, people had to move to survive.
They had to, yeah.
Hunting, gathering.
Rearing stuff, yeah.
Building shelter, yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't a workout. It was just life.
Exactly.
And our bodies, they're
shaped by that.
They are. They're shaped by that history.
Yeah.
Constant movement.
Okay. Which brings us to this really cool idea.
Okay.
Of blue zones.
Have you heard of these?
I have. They're fascinating.
They're fascinating. So for anyone who hasn't, these are like specific spots around the world where people live.
Like a really long time.
Really long and really healthy lives. Like
super healthy.
We're talking places like Okinawa, Japan, Sardinia in Italy, Icaria, which is a Greek island.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. Nicoya Peninsula, Costa Rica, and even
this is amazing.
Loma Linda, California. And what's really interesting is these places are super different in a lot of ways, but
they share this common thread.
What is
longevity, yeah. And you know what they don't have?
What don't they have?
CrossFit gyms.
No CrossFit?
No, like big commercial gyms.
Yo, it's not about that. What researchers see in these blue zones is a way of life where movement is just built in.
It's just part of their day.
It's part of the day.
It's not a separate thing.
Yeah. So paint us a picture. Like, what does this blue zones lifestyle actually look like?
Okay, so you're not going to see them doing like tons of bench presses, running marathons.
It's not about that.
But you will see a lot of walking everywhere.
Walking everywhere.
To the store, to see friends.
To their neighbors.
Yeah. They're gardening.
Gardening, yeah.
Which is just a whole workout in itself.
Oh, totally. Like bending, squatting, reaching,
exactly.
Carrying stuff.
Yeah, and they're active.
Like just active in their daily lives.
Right. Like
think about like grandparents.
Yes.
Playing with their grandkids.
No, playing with kids.
That's movement.
It is. It's a workout, but they're not thinking, oh, okay, gotta get my workout in.
Right.
It's just, it's happening.
It's part of life.
As they live their lives, it has a purpose, their movement.
Right.
You know, they're walking to go somewhere.
They're walking to the market to see a friend.
Right. Or they're gardening to grow food.
They're not like on a treadmill.
Right. They're connected to...
It's all connected.
It's all connected to their life and their community.
And that's such a key point, right?
Yeah.
Because in these blue zones, they're not scheduling exercise.
Right.
It's woven into how they live. They walk because that's how they get places.
Exactly. They garden because
through their food.
Yeah, they're growing their own food. And they're doing it together often, right?
Yeah. Yeah, there's that community aspect.
It's a social thing.
That's social. They're cooking, cleaning.
Right. Taking care of their homes, their families.
That's part of life.
Yeah.
And the strength they build. It's not for some abstract fitness goal.
It's for their life.
It's for
living their life.
For taking care of their families, their communities.
Yeah. And it makes you think, like, maybe our environment, like the way we've designed our world,
right,
doesn't really help us move naturally.
Yeah. We've made things very convenient, haven't we?
We have, yeah.
Everything's so easy.
Everything's easy. You can drive everywhere.
You can order anything you want.
Order in, yeah.
Delivered to your doorstep.
Yeah, and then you sit at a desk all day.
Yep.
And you wonder why you don't feel great.
Right. But in these blue zones, it's different, right?
They might not have cars.
Yeah, they might walk more.
They walk everywhere, yeah. Their homes might be built differently.
With stairs, yeah.
More stairs, yeah. More natural terrain.
So they're constantly moving.
They're constantly moving, just at a lower intensity.
But it all adds up.
It all adds up. And the studies show they don't stress about missing a workout.
Right.
Because
they're living it.
Their whole life is the workout.
Which brings us back to, like, our modern gym culture. And look, I'm not saying gyms are bad.
Of course not.
I'm just saying, like, maybe there are some downsides to
only focusing on the gym.
Yeah, like maybe it's not the whole picture. What do you think?
Well, one thing that comes up is, gym workouts can be very specific, very controlled.
Right, you're lifting this weight.
Right, you're doing this machine.
On this machine.
In this perfect form.
Yeah, perfect form. But life isn't like that.
Right. Life is messy.
Life is messy. You're carrying groceries.
You're tripping over your dog.
Yeah, you got to catch yourself.
You got to react quickly. So those gym exercises, they might not always translate.
They might not prepare you for it.
Yeah, to those real world situations.
Right, the real world. And then there's like the emotional side of it.
Oh, yeah, the guilt.
The guilt. You miss a workout.
You feel bad.
You feel bad. And then you're like, ugh, I got to go to the gym.
And it becomes a chore.
And it becomes a chore, yeah. And that's not good.
No, not if we want to make movement a sustainable part of our lives.
Right, exactly. And then there's this growing understanding that even if you do work out,
yeah,
if you're sitting for like 8 hours a day,
that's not good for you.
It's not good for you. It's like you're trying to cram all your movement into like this tiny window.
And the rest of the time you're just
still, which is not how our bodies are designed.
Exactly. And also the gym can sometimes focus a lot on numbers.
Oh yeah, the metrics.
The metrics. How much weight you lift.
How many calories you burn.
Yeah, and it's easy to lose touch with
your body.
Yeah, what your body actually needs, how it feels.
Right, like what feels good.
Yeah. And the research suggests that our bodies really care about how we use them consistently. Not just these little bursts of activity.
Not just the gym, yeah. So it's like, are we focused on external stuff?
Yeah.
Like how we look?
Appearance, yeah.
Or are we listening to our bodies?
That's a big question.
It is a big question. And the blue zones, they seem to suggest that maybe there's a more
intuitive way.
Yeah, a more enjoyable way.
Where movement is just part of life.
Part of life. You know, I've actually been thinking about this a lot.
Really?
Because there have been times when, like, the gym just wasn't working for me.
Yeah.
Life was too busy.
It happens.
It happens, yeah. And I started noticing all these little ways I could move more.
Oh, interesting.
Without the gym.
Yeah.
And it wasn't about, like, hitting at a certain number. It was just about moving.
More.
Yeah. Like, I started walking more.
Just walking?
Walking, yeah. Even for short errands.
Instead of driving,
yeah. I'd walk after meals.
That's a good one.
Just a little walk, yeah. I even started, like, pacing.
While
I was on the phone.
While you're on the phone?
It's like, why not?
Keeps you moving.
And I started, like, being more mindful about using my body.
Oh, how so?
Like carrying my groceries.
Yeah.
Doing more chores around the house.
Instead of
like asking someone else, reaching for things on high shelves. Like
those little movements.
Yeah. And it wasn't a workout.
It wasn't a structured workout, but it was
a movement.
And it sounds like it was more enjoyable, too.
It was, yeah. Because it wasn't tied to this, like, pressure to perform, yeah. And it became social, too.
Oh, how so?
Like, instead of meeting a friend for coffee,
yeah,
we go for a walk.
A walk in the park?
A walk in the park, yeah. more active play with my kids.
Yeah. Playing tag, things like that.
Yeah, just running around, being silly.
Sounds fun.
It was fun. And even like putting on music.
Oh, yeah.
While I was doing chores.
Dance while you clean.
Exactly. It's just about finding ways to move.
That you enjoy.
That feel good.
Yeah.
And it makes you realize, like, our bodies are designed to move.
They are.
Like way back when, we were constantly on the move.
Yeah, we had to be.
Hunting, gathering, building.
Surviving,
yeah. And our bodies, they haven't forgotten that.
You haven't forgotten. I mean, look at our hearts, our muscles.
Our bones.
We're all built for this.
They're built for movement.
Movement, yeah.
So it's like, we don't need a personal trainer.
Or a fancy gym.
To tell us how to move. What we need is...
a lifestyle.
A lifestyle that includes movement.
Where movement is just...
a natural part.
A natural part of our day.
Yes. So for everyone listening, if the gym isn't your thing.
Or you're just looking for something different.
Something different.
Something that feels more sustainable.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, more sustainable. What are some things you could do, like, right now?
We'll start small, right?
Small steps.
Small steps. Choose to walk whenever you can.
Even if just a few blocks.
Even a few blocks. Those steps add up.
They do add up, yeah.
Take the stairs.
Stairs, yeah.
Instead of the elevator or escalator.
Good one, yeah.
Offer to carry things.
Yeah, groceries, bags.
Yeah, anything. Stretch throughout your day.
Oh, stretching, good one.
Even if you're just sitting.
Yeah, even at your desk.
Right. See those chores, those errands, as a chance to move.
Movement opportunities.
Exactly. And find ways to move that you enjoy.
That you enjoy, yeah.
Play with your kids, dance, walk with friends.
And maybe most importantly,
yeah,
sit less.
Sit less, move more.
Like instead of thinking, I need to find an hour to work out.
Yeah.
Think, how can I move more in the next hour?
Right. Little by little throughout the day.
It's a mindset shift.
It is.
And I think it's so important to remember that if you don't like the gym or you struggle to keep up with a workout schedule,
it doesn't mean you're lazy.
It doesn't mean you're failing.
It might mean
you're just
that you're tuned in to your body.
To your body, yeah.
And you need something different.
Something different, yeah. Something more natural.
More sustainable, more enjoyable.
Yes. So to wrap things up, the big takeaway here is that the people who live the longest, healthiest lives,
they don't necessarily have strict fitness routines.
Movement is just a part of...
It's part of their life.
Their everyday life. It's not a chore, it's just how they live.
It's ingrained in their culture, their environment.
Yeah. So for all of you listening...
think about your own relationship with movement.
Yeah, your own relationship with movement.
Start noticing those little opportunities to move.
That are already in your day.
Maybe it's parking further away from the store.
Taking the stairs.
Yeah.
Walking to a coworker's desk instead of emailing.
Just those little things.
Little things, yeah.
That add up over time.
And maybe, just maybe, real vitality isn't about these intense programs.
Yeah.
But about...
finding joy in movement.
Joy in movement, yeah.
Making it a part of your life.
Not a separate thing, but part of your life.
Exactly.
So what small, enjoyable step can you take today?
To bring a little more movement into your world.
Think about it.